So we're going to continue on with 17.2, keeping in mind the essential question, which is how do you add polynomials? And we're going to look at adding polynomials using horizontal format. And so we're no longer going to be looking at vertical, but horizontal. Okay, so a few key words that we need to look at within this paragraph are combining like terms, regrouping, place all like terms within the same parentheses, and then combine like terms by adding their coefficients, simplifying if necessary. So simplifying is always something we want to look to do. Okay, so for this first example, go ahead and just watch. And we have 5x squared plus 2x plus 1 and a negative 4x squared minus x minus 2. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to add them. And then we are going to group or regroup like terms. And so if we look here, I have 5x squared and negative 4x squared. That's where we get this group here. I have 2x and negative x, and that's where I get this group here. And then I have a 1 and a negative 2, and that's where I get this group here. And so if I actually go through and I solve this, I have x squared plus x, 1 minus 2 gives me a negative, gives me a negative 1, which would be my simplified answer, which is exactly what we have here. Okay, so now I want you guys to go ahead and pick up your pencils. You will be doing this with me. So I have negative AB plus B and AB minus A. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add both of these polynomials together. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to find, or I'm going to group, right? Group like terms. And so the first thing I see is a negative AB. And I have an AB here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that within these parentheses here. And so I have a B, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say I have a B. Well, I have my B here. And then I have this negative A, which is going to be in a group on its own, okay? And so now I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to combine. No, sorry about this, guys. I'm going to combine like terms. Okay, so I have negative AB plus AB. Well, AB minus AB is going to give me 0. So I don't need to include that in my final answer. But I do have a B and I do have a negative A. And so my simplified answer is going to be B minus A. Okay, let's go ahead and look at another one. And so we're going to go ahead and do number 7. So we have negative x cubed plus 2 plus negative 4x cubed plus y plus x. Okay, so if we go ahead and group these, I'm going to have a group here. So I have negative x cubed minus 4x cubed plus, I have my 2 on my own, on its own, I have a y on its own, and I have an x on its own. Because I can't combine these unless they're exactly the same. Okay, and so I'm going to have this here. I'm going to have just my 2. I'm going to have just my y. And I'm going to have just my x. Okay, so when it's all said and done, I have negative x cubed minus 4x cubed. So I have negative 5x cubed plus x plus y plus 2. So this will be my final answer.